Guess who's been ill? That's right, it's me. Oh dear. Okay, well, I'm fine now-ish, but that's not why we're here. We are here because you can indeed now find my music and a lot of other brilliant creators' music in Minecraft with this mod. It's amazing. It's called Legacies and Legends. I've been sort of here and there having my music added to Minecraft, and it is quite enjoyable to hear a lot of creators' music in the game itself. And it adds other things as well. So there are other items and other structures perhaps that we can explore. But let's go through it. We'll start with the music and go from there. So you can now find some of my songs, including things like Sval, in Minecraft. So there's new discs, there's new creative mode music, and there's new sort of survival in-game music. Oh, and there's also new menu music. Different, so the same songs can play in the menu and in creative mode as well. Let's go find some of the things that this mod adds. I'm in creative mode. We're going to have an explore and we're going to see what we can find. Let's go. Okay, so first I think I'm going to go to a mine shaft. Let's find one. Aha. And here we go. Oh, first try. Excellent. Okay, so music disc we now have. I'm going to go up to the surface. Okay, and now we can play it. And it's here. We now have a music disc of my music in Minecraft, and I'm very excited. I've had to convert it to mono, just so you can play it on a disc. Hopefully it doesn't affect it too much. I personally don't think it has affected it that much, so it'll be alright. But yeah, this is awesome. There's a few other discs as well, which you can search in the creative menu. So if I have a look here, there are quite a few. So we've got Tazwell by Bouncy Torch, Shulker by TNM, Tundra also by TNM, and then Farlands by Steelman. This is a very interesting one because it is the only other music disc with music disc shards. And these shards can be found in places like mansions, for example. They're quite rare, so you are going to have to do a bit of digging. But that being said, I imagine it's worth it. I'm not going to show everything in this mod, so you can have a little bit of an explore for yourself. Okay, on to the next thing. Let's go. Okay, so now I'm in a stronghold, and there are two interesting things that you can find here. One of which is in this chest right here. It's a lore book, and I'm not going to open it. You can discover that for yourself. But the other interesting thing is, if we light an end portal, you get the sound effects. And then, if I have my music on, there we go. So the end portal being activated and being triggered causes Threshold to be played, and Threshold is one of my songs. When I wrote it, I was thinking about having it play, if it was ever in a mod, which it now is, in Strongholds or when an end portal is lit, and I really like having it in the game. So yeah, very exciting. On to the next thing. Okay, so now I'm in a jungle temple. And I've gone ahead and opened up the secret little room here. And if we hop down, we can see that the loot table has been changed. So aside from obviously these, which are new, in the newest update, we now get music discs like Strad in here, which otherwise, if you weren't playing the mod, you'd only be able to get from getting a skeleton to kill a creeper. And you've also got more music disc fragments. So you can find those in the updated loot tables. Okay, so the next thing is that there have been some new items added to the game. I have them in this chest here. They are the ward helmet and the rest of the ward armor, and also the fortress and dungeon armor. These can be found throughout the world. As you can see, this is damaged, and to bring a new addition of mechanics, the echo shards, you can now mend the armor with the echo shards. Now these are rare, they shouldn't affect gameplay in game-breaking ways, so don't worry, don't fret if you were wondering about that. And then these can be fixed with blaze rods, iron ingots respectively. The next thing we have is the ancient knife. It's sort of an attacking weapon, I believe. It sort of also works like a sword. I know it's compatible with Farmer's Delights, and it can also be used as an attacking weapon, although I don't know. I imagine it does quite a bit of damage. 6.5 attack damage. Let's compare that to netherite swords. That does 8 attack damage, so it's okay. It's a fairly good weapon, I would say. Now, one of the things I thought when I first saw the armor was, does it look a bit like netherite armor? And as it turns out, no. So this is netherite armor. This is the netherite chestplate. And I thought that perhaps mostly the ward armor I thought looked a bit similar to netherite, but it actually doesn't. So if we compare the netherite and the ward chestplates, and indeed the dungeon chestplate, we'll see that they are in fact different, which is really nice. Okay, so one of the last things I'm going to show is these little structures here. For example, this is a cherry ruins. The goal of this mod is to sort of be as unintrusive as possible whilst expanding on vanilla-esque things, and I think this does this pretty well. It's just a small ruined hut in the middle of a cherry blossom biome with a chest in it. You can get music discs, wood, shovels, enchanted shovels, and books like Silk Touch, which is really nice. There are other types of ruins. I'm going to go to one now. So these are the deep ruins, and I've put these torches down just so you can see. They're not here normally. And again, we've got the nice, small, unintrusive ruin structure with a chest inside. You can get things like deep slate, diamonds, leads, which is really useful if I'm honest. And it's stuff like this, I feel like, just the small things that could be added to vanilla to just give it exploration a bit more feel to it. And it's really nice to see someone doing something like this. I do really love these kind of structures. Now, it's also important to point out, and I will show you in a second, there are other structures like this in the nether and the end. So let's go find another one. Now, I wonder if you can guess what this is. These are fairly rare. You don't come across them often, and I haven't done in my exploration. But what I do love is the sort of raw gold, glowstone, and mud brick. I think they really go well together. And there's also a chest. You get some nice stuff, golden armor, gas tears, that kind of thing. And it certainly makes you almost wonder, in the same way that a lot of the old Minecraft structures do, what could have been. Make up your own lore about the game, and I really think that these kind of structures help do that. And now I'll show one more, and that is an end structure. Okay, so here we are, and I wonder if you can see it. Just over here we have some end remnants. Now these are admittedly quite difficult to spot, but that's good, because if you look inside, ta-da! So we've got some bookshelves, really nice, purple candles, which I think fit the end theme quite well, and a chest. Got stuff like endstone bricks, books, chorus fruit, bottles of enchanting, all that nice stuff. And it really sort of gets your mind going, thinking about, okay, so people have built end cities, and they've also built these little sort of alcove type hideaways that maybe they were hiding from Endermen. And actually, interestingly, they are only 2 blocks tall, at least this one is. So thinking about these sort of stories, especially with the Trails and Tales update, and getting sort of almost accustomed to having small things like this in your world. That's what this mod does really well, in my opinion, and I would like to see more of it. Personally, I think it would be great if we had a lot more of these structures in vanilla Minecraft, or these kinds of structures, things that don't necessarily have any purpose other than to tell a story, like, for example, the Trail Ruins. I think that was a brilliant addition. Now I'm going to do one last thing and check these loot tables to see what has changed, or if anything has changed. Let's have a look. Nothing different there. Ah, okay. So in this chest, there is another lore book written, it would seem, by the universe, which is quite interesting. Again, I'm not going to open it here. You're going to have to discover that for yourself when you play the mod. Links in the description. You can find it on Modrinth. You can find all of the creators' links in the description as well. People who put music into the game or help with the mod. Big thank you to Rebel459 for their support and also for putting my music into my favourite game. So that's all for me for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye!